All right. So we are actually even a little bit ahead of schedule, which is great, because then we have potentially an extra few minutes to have a few words and to listen a few things from Mr. Kari Kulojärvi, who is the patron of our event today. Woo! Round of applause for Kari. So, yeah, I'm one of those maybe silly or old-fashioned people that believe we should, women, elevate each other and support each other and empower each other and all of that. But we can't do the whole work by ourselves. So we do need also the gentlemen on our side. And been discussing a couple of topics in the past with Kari, not always specifically about this, but not always the hardcore work stuff. And I do like his way of thinking, and I do like his approach to certain things. So I asked him kindly if he would like to be giving us a bit of perspectives for today. I call it the executive corner, which might be a bit fancy, but considering he's actually a very humble guy. But joke aside, so the title officially is Managing Partner Finland and Baltics for McKinsey & Company. I think everybody knows the company, so let's maybe not spend too much of me introducing that. But I think why is it important is because at one point or another, lots of CEOs in this country, and it's what, 92% are men, right, was it? Or chairman of boards or whatnot, will be potentially using McKinsey services. I mean, it's a huge firm, lots of companies going through. So there is also opportunities for us to listen how they approach, for instance, this kind of topics, such as women in organizations. And as well, I do happen to know a lot of very bright young females who are working at McKinsey and who are like really, uplifted and showcased and put in position of dealing with important companies and having a voice and this and that. So I think they have good examples to take from that as well. But we want to hear also the challenges, if there are any, in all honesty. So thank you so much. I will turn you on. And thank you so much.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's an honor. Can you hear me okay? Yes. I need to start by saying that when I told to a few of my female colleagues that I have an opportunity to come to speak to you, like a piece of feedback I received initially was that, like, Kari, why? You are a man. Like, you shouldn't be there, kind of. But I actually agree with Caroline. Like, to me, to fix a gender diversity issue requires gender diversity. Otherwise, you cannot fix it. It's not just that the female colleague needs to change. Also, the male colleague needs to change as well. So it takes both, in my opinion. I also received feedback from another female colleague that, like, Kari, are you crazy? Which I think speaks more about their faith or lack of faith in me coming to talk here. So please, everything I will say is said with good intention. So if I do a mistake or say something, like, it's all done with good intention. Then when Caroline briefed me about this event, we talked about diversity. And by the way, I feel like, my kind of thunder of my presentation has been stolen already due to the panel and our fantastic keynote speaker. So I'm not sure how much there is for me to add, but I will reflect a few things. So when we were talking about this event, we had a discussion about diversity. And then I went home, and days went by, and I was kind of thinking that, like yes, I fully agree with the need of having diverse teams. Whether it's a gender diversity or ethnicity or thought diversity. But there was something bugging me. And because the discussion we had was like Kari kind of says something about importance of having diversity to have better business results, which I fully agree with, by the way. But there was something in my mind I couldn't really grasp. But you actually said it in your presentation. And the thing that was bugging me was that like why should I justify gender diversity with business results? Like why? Because we actually are talking about gender equality. And it shouldn't be, like there should be no need to have this discussion. But yes, we have. And that's an issue. And that's something we need to change. So like we need to fix the gender equality topic, and yes, diversity will help in various ways and forms. There was a discussion in the panel how to get to gender equality. I don't have the silver bullet. I can talk about my history. Like I have grown up in a family where my mother was better using chainsaw, and my father was a better cook. And the reason I tell that is that, like in my childhood, like I was taught that, Kari, there are no female jobs, or there are no male jobs. There's just work to do. And I believe, kind of like this education actually starts even before kindergarten. Like we are actually responsible, those who are kind of parents, godmothers, godfathers, whatever, to kind of start that journey in very early age and teach that. And we'll get there. So gender equality above all, and then we can go to diversity discussion. Like if I think about gender diversity especially, I kind of take pride that I have helped several kind of female leaders throughout my career. It's not a statement, am I good or bad? But I kind of take that pride. But yet I kind of learn or have come to the realization that whether I have done it or not, I kind of feel that I'm today better in championship, mentoring, coaching, whatever word you want to use, than I was, for example, 2 years ago. Again, I'm not saying that I'm good today. So it's not a statement where I am in maturity level. But the point I'm after is that kind of by actively working on this topic helps me to learn. And I actually work in an environment at McKinsey. Like Kari, you said, we have a lot of very talented female colleagues. And they teach me every day. Like they train me. They tell that, Kari, like something you just said isn't perhaps the best way to say that. Like they help me to think differently. They help me to go to yet another level of kind of granularity, of detail. And I think that journey continues. And to me, it's really important to kind of realize that to fix some of these issues kind of requires constant change. And it's not going to end one day. And there's always more we can do. Which kind of brings me to one of my favorite topics, kind of around this topic, which is inclusion. And what is kind of, although I have thought I'm good at it, I kind of have come to the realization that I'm not really. I thought I've been good in creative, inclusive environment. And yes, I think I'm pretty good in that. But I'm not good enough. And I need to become better, because there are like all these kind of, like there's a level of details that for a kind of white, 50-something middle-aged man is sometimes difficult to even see. Like I might think that I really understand how it feels to be an international carrier woman in Finland. But I don't. But kind of realizing that hopefully helps me to do something differently. And hopefully helps me to spend some more time just listening and learning and then adjusting and doing something slightly differently. And I guess that's one of the learnings that I have had during last 12 months or so, that like I still need to do so much more work in just listening and understanding and kind of creating a kind of truly inclusive environment where that can happen. Because it's so easy when you're in kind of middle of something with your busy schedules, just go and forget that. Let me check my notes. Yeah. About McKinsey. Like I said, like we have a lot of talented colleagues, female, male. We take pride that we have 100% gender equal recruiting process. Like we make absolutely no difference between female and male when we recruit, or any other kind of diversity topic. Yet when I look at our latest statistics, we have given offers more to men than female, which is not good. Which makes me think that like, while we take pride that we actually don't make any difference, we just kind of hold the same quality bar for everyone, why the results do not kind of, why they are not what they should be. Which has made me think that like it actually comes to these job descriptions, like you had the discussion in the panel, like how we actually attract female talent. But there are also more fundamental topics, like do we actually recruit from right places, kind of right universities? Like is the early part of our funnel correct? Is that something we need to change to actually change the game? So again, it's so easy to say that like we do everything correctly, and yet we are not. There's always room to improve. And kind of having that growth mindset is truly important. Perhaps I'd like to stop here. I'm not sure how much time I have, but like any reflections, challenges, questions, topic you would like me to answer, please.
I think there are a lot of extremely concrete, fantastic ideas, by the way, so well done to the panel to be so practical. If you had to pick one, you said you're good but not good enough. So what would be one thing you'd like to bring back in your home office and apply today?
That's a tough one.
Now we're testing your active listening skills.
Yeah, active listening. I think it actually comes back to what I just said, like the immediate problem at hand is really to improve our recruiting process, like whether it's how to write job descriptions or like what are the right words to choose, or like from where to source talent and all that. That's but then I think I would like to have a broader comment here too, because like if I look at the audience, like you, like we talk a lot about kind of career women, and it's a great topic. Yet there's this word international. It kind of makes everything even more difficult, if I may say so. Yeah. So like the word international is a pretty bad word. Although it's a great word, like it's a great thing, doesn't make your life easier. And I guess that's a thought I will actually take to go home with. Like how we work on that word international to make that easier for you and many others. Yeah.
As we talked before, there are certain careers that women do not follow because many things. You as a company, what can you do to ensure that more women study that so you have a bigger pool to hire from?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm not sure do I have the best answer for that, but we have actually extended our search what comes to universities. Of course, traditionally we have recruited from technical school, like technical universities, and you know the gender split in those schools. So it kind of, like, if you have only that, you will go wrong. Like there's no way, like if your kind of the funnel at the beginning is 80-20 or 70-30, like it's very difficult to fix that along the way. So I kind of like going to schools, attracting kind of female talent, kind of having the funnel balance all the way from the start, and then kind of building your process to make sure that kind of people will also go through that funnel. I think is needed. I said, like again, like I agree with what you said in your keynote. I don't really believe that kind of, yes, I believe in diversity, but I don't think there is a need for different quality bar or different style of interview or anything like that between female or male. Like I don't just find, like we are the same. Like and I liked your comment about empathy as an example. I don't think it's a gender trait either. So I think it's like there are actually more pragmatic steps to fix that issue.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kari. We are out of time, so we are going to take a pause, and we're going to thank you very much for your contribution. And please, a round of applause. Yes.
Can I say one more comment?
Yes.
Actually, and then I'll
That's
promise
the
I'll
famous one more comment from Kari. There is always the one more. Please go ahead.
So, I'm not saying McKinsey is perfect either. Like again, like I fundamentally believe like there is room to improve for everyone, and I kind of fundamentally believe that the concept of continuous improvement. That being said, McKinsey actually has kind of prize is perhaps not is kind of has a reward for a partner who has done the most to championship female leaders, and it's kind of given every second year, and I hope to win it one day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kari. Thank you.